Before we just get into our final questions, I want to do a quick segment called Hoppiest Life Moments presented by Kōlea Sparkling Hop Water. Okay, because you seem like a very happy person, and I want to know what is like one of your top happiest moments you've ever had living here in Vegas.
A happiest moment I ever had living in Vegas. Oh gosh, that's a tough one because there's so many. I would have to say meeting my husband, of course, and having a residency here, like really
Huge, yeah.
like performing here in Vegas for like 6-7 shows a week. It was definitely brutal at first, but that's where I really learned how to sing and perform and connect with audiences for the first time, really, and really get to discover myself as a singer and a performer. So I definitely have happy times. Performing here in Vegas, and also just kind of, going around the city and discovering new restaurants as well with my husband. I feel like, yeah.
Okay, cool. And what is one of your happiest American Idol memory?
Oh gosh, my happiest American Idol memory. It would probably be when I sang, I think I made it to the top 12, and I sang Inseparable for the first time. And I think during my time on Idol, they didn't, they didn't show my audition. So a lot of people before the live shows, they didn't know that there was like a Hawaii girl on American Idol until I actually made it to the top 12. And so I remember it was like a big deal for me to like really get the song right and perform it right. And I remember getting on stage, and honestly, it was like an out-of-body experience. I was rehearsing the song so much that when I went on stage, I was like, I'm just gonna let it go and have fun. How amazing is this? Like, this is so cool that I actually made it to the live TV stage. And so I sang Inseparable. And that song still stays with me to this day. Like, I perform that everywhere I go. But I remember singing that song, and it just felt like I was flying. Like, you know how everything just kind of clicks together, and it just felt like magical. It just felt right. I wasn't in my head thinking about the notes. I was like just super high on this on the stage performing. It was a beautiful moment, and I always try to remember that every time I perform, because it just puts me in like such a good, happy place. And obviously that, and my homecoming to Hawaii, that was really special. Those are the two where I felt like the Inseparable performance was like, I felt like I made it. And I didn't care what happened at that point. I was like, I already won. Like every week after this is a bonus. I was just so happy and grateful to be there. And then to have made it to the top 3 and then go back home to Hawaii to feel all that love. I still get goosebumps and emotional thinking about it. But that, I would say those are my top 2 like happiest moments ever.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sounds like you were in that flow state, like you were in the zone when Kobe, it's the rim looks a little bit bigger when he's playing.
Right.
It's like you weren't worried about trying to hit the notes. You were just doing it. It was like breathing.
Exactly. It's
So
like,
you are an athlete in a way.
I guess
you got that flow state.
I try to find that flow state. It's tough, but yeah, I try.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and what is one of your happiest childhood memories?
Happiest childhood memories. I would say when we were young, my dad would rent out this like beach cabin out in the North Shore with a bunch of his work friends and his work friends and their kids and stuff. So every summer we would go out there for like a week and like camp out. Like, even though there was like a house there, we'd like set up a tent and we'd go fishing, and like we would actually cook the fish we were fishing. Like,
so cool.
It was so cool. Like, it was such a vivid childhood memory. And then we also went surfing a lot. My dad taught us how to surf, so I remember that. yeah, and yeah, just being outdoors, being out in nature. I remember that, and yeah, that makes me happy.
That sounds awesome to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and last one. On a scale from 1 to 10, how happy would you say you are?
Um, I'm pretty happy now. But I gotta be honest. I have
Mhm,
good days. I have bad days. Today I would say I'm a 10. I'm pretty happy. I would say overall I try to be positive and happy, but sometimes just like everyone
mhm,
else, I have days where I don't feel that great, or I'm not in a great mood, or I'm stressed out or whatever. But overall, I think it's a mindset, right?
mhm,
Happiness is kind of like a mental game.
mhm,
They say happiness is the quality of your thoughts,
mhm,
and it's something that I try to work towards every day to choose happiness no matter
mhm,
what, because life's too short.
mhm,
You just gotta try to um kind of overcome any
mhm.
negative thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's okay to have them. It's
Oh,
just,
for
it's just part of
sure.
life. Like
Absolutely.
when we talk about being, happy or how great your life is, like it's not always a 10.
No.
Because like I'm a super happy person and I love my life, but I'm, dealing with injuries, recovering from
Oh,
surgery. So like at this moment, I know I'm not at my happiest,
sure.
but it's seasonal. So once I get
Totally.
to that goal where, I'm feeling good, work's going great, then I'll, be at that level. And it's just all about trying to maintain that. But knowing that even if it goes down, you can get back to that,
Absolutely.
that peak. Yeah.
That's
That's
totally
how I
true.
look at it.
Yeah, yeah, same
Yeah.
here. And I think also I try to start each day with gratitude too, because that kind of helps,
Mm-hmm.
where just being grateful, just like positive emotions run through you when
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of in that state. And that kind of also helps you through whenever you're going through things. Um, So yeah, I just always try to be as positive as possible. But as you say, sometimes it's seasonal.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you have your ups and your downs. But at the end of the day, as long as you try to find that up
Mm-hmm.
again, then
Yeah.
it's all
Awesome.
good.
Yeah, so you might not always be happy, but you can always be hoppy with Kōlea Sparkling Hop Water, not an ad.